Way determined here, and the team just stopped off with that cross into the box. Just begging for his teammates to get on the exit, and he makes no mistake. He's certainly a well-read in the area, and then just to his finish there. He's done so well to reach the bounce.
Hello again guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lad for Set Play Gaming. This is a FIFA 23 Stevenage career mode. It's the Road to Glory with Aidy Boothroyd, episode 54. Welcome back to the channel, I'm glad you're back. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I'm enjoying creating it for you. And we've got some business to take care of before we get to the fixtures. Starting with some loans. Mark Andrews, the prospect who came through the academy, deemed not good enough right now, so he's on loan at Carlisle on a short-term loan until the end of the season, just to see how he picks up, see if we can get him closer to that 60 mark. And then also, Vadimas Martinkus is another prospect who's come through, already started to grow a little bit, and the central attacking midfielder has agreed to join Aruca until the end of the season. I didn't think that was too much of a bad loan in terms of realism. And then Daniel Kadlec is one that we've agreed to let go. He's joined Charlotte FC in the MLS as Slovakian midfielder. There's certain attributes that we're just not going to be able to fix. So he's gone on a loan to buy, and obviously that'll go through at the end of the season. Sam Tanubu is just a loan. He's gone to Arges, I think I pronounced that correctly. Again, it's the only loan really offer that I could do for him. But he's not going to get any games at the minute, so he's just gone to them until the end of the season. And then also Ricardo Ceballos, the Peruvian midfielder. This guy started out as a fullback in the academy, then went to right midfielder. He's basically just a pace whore. He lacks a lot of technical development, and his attributes are all over the place. So that's also a loan to buy to Colchester. Coming up in today's episode, we're going to be taking on Fleetwood Town in a midweek game. Then on the weekend, we've got Derby County, and then we'll finish off January with a game against Lincoln City, and then look at the league table. Let's see how we get on. Alright, taking on Fleetwood Town in this opening game as we look to try and impress ourselves even further onto League One. I'm going to close out January, and opening few minutes. A great pass here from Borthwick Jackson, splits the defence. Hoskins plays it into Norris, and lovely first touch, and then just dinks the ball over the goalkeeper, Rodrigo Morinigo, as he came out. It's a great finish from Luke Norris, and Nozza puts us 1 goal up. Look at this for a finish. The defender, I think, thought he was going to just go on, cut on the inside, but Norris continued his run. And the opportunity presents itself. What a wonderful finish that is. And after a slow start, Luke Norris is starting to score. 5 goals in 18 matches. Still not quite up to his standard, but he's getting there. And then, just before the 10-minute mark, Sweeney intercepts the ball from Milton Maciel. And then basically just gets bundled over. And we'll see the replay here. The referee stops the game. He's clutching his knee. And the referee ends up calling over. You see there, it's a slide tackle. Doesn't really look that bad of a challenge. Certainly something a guy with 80 strength and that kind of solidity should be able to take a challenge like that. And Fleetwood want to come back into the game. They've got some good players. Callum Morton, Milton Maciel, William Velasco. They've got some very good players. Brendan Wiradu here. And Morton with the shot. Good save by Chapman. I know all about some of these players and some of these teams now, having played them. And then from the resulting free kick, Velasco's attempt hits the post. And then Chapman ends up, I guess it hits his leg and goes out. And that'd be the last action of the first half. We go in 1-0. The earlier goal by Norris settled us down, but it seems to sort of like stifle us a little bit. We come out again second half and try and get some more opportunities. Norris presenting a chance here for Kinsella, and a wonderful save by Morinigo at full stretch. Aidy Boothroyd was convinced that was going to go in. It's a lovely finish. You see good technique for the shot. But Morinigo pushes it away to deny us the second goal. And then on 52 minutes, Callum Morton wriggles clear of Piergianni, gets around Hawkins, which isn't easy to do, and tries a near post shot, but a good save by Chapman. And it's going to come over to Paiva, a great interception by Frankham. And then look at this close bit of control to get out of there and get the ball wide to Kinsella. He's going to cut inside to Norris. Norris into Hoskins. And look at this for a run from Hoskins. Away from Earl. And then he checks back on the edge of the box and curls a brilliant shot. Sam Hoskins. Well, since he arrived from Northampton, Hoskins is almost immediately becoming a fan favourite because of his skill, because of his technique. And look at that, the second goal in the bag. Aidy Boothroyd knows that we just have to guard against complacency. And with 5 minutes to go, Fleetwood come forward. It's going to come to Velasco. And look at how this comes to Paiva. Even though Piergianni had made the interception, Guillermo Paiva, with a close range chance, has to be doing better from there. And of course, he didn't. A few minutes later, Paddy Lane checks back inside on Reeves. Paddy Lane going to try and go around Piergianni, but he plays it back. And then Josh Vela takes a shot. It's just not good enough. And that would be the full-time score. That would be enough for us to see us through. I don't think anyone could have any complaints. We took our goals really well and looked defensively solid. Let me know in the comments what you think about that result. On to the next one. Alright, some bad news. Dan Sweeney has suffered an anterior cruciate ligament. That's pretty much ended his season, and we won't see him again until next season. He's out for 7 months to recover. We wish him the best, and we have to get on with the campaign. Other guys have to step in, and we take on Derby County at home at Broadhall Way. More points up for grabs. Hopefully we can get a win here today. It's not going to be easy because Derby have got some good players in the opening few minutes. McGoldrick plays it into Barquazen. Out comes Cartwright with a wonderful stop. Then we go back the other way. Murdoch's cross into the box, headed away, and then Norris, man in form. I thought he was going to score there, I really did. Tried to do the right thing in keeping his volley down. And Boothroyd was like, oh, I thought that was in. And then 16-17 minutes in, Mendes Lang gets clear on the right hand side. He's going to check back. Hourihan, we're chasing the ball and chasing the ball. An opportunity presents itself. Ivan Torres from the left back spot ends up being offside. Oduro is going to play this wide into Smith. Smith into McGoldrick. Back to Smith again. Smith accelerates past Dyche into the box, and a low shot finds the side netting. Derby getting closer and closer. They have to try and tighten up. And then around the half-hour mark, a long ball knocked down Taylor. Great pass through, and look at Danny Rose here. Gets away from Robinson into the box and slams it into the net. What a finish from Danny Rose. This guy, you can't say too much about it. He's done it at League 2. He's now doing it in League 1. I mean, he's not our first choice striker anymore, but he can still do the business, you know. And Danny Rose showing that he can do the business on the half hour. So 4 goals in 17 matches. Again, not prolific, but it's good that we've got guys like him stepping in and doing a job. And then almost immediately, Mendes Lang gets a chance after knocking it past Piergianni. It's chipped into the box. He gets the chance, and a low shot. Lucky there because it hits the bottom of the post and goes wide. And then we come back the other way. It's a great cross in. Lovely control by Norris. Kinsella off the crossbar, and then he goes to the rebound, and Oduro brings him down for a penalty. It was really well played by Kinsella because he basically followed in the action after hitting the crossbar. He's like, I'm going to go and get this. And just him going towards the ball forced the defender to make the tackle. And here's Norris from the penalty spot. He is not going to miss that opportunity. It's a great penalty. And this guy, again, I keep saying it, he started slowly, but now the momentum's behind him. He's starting to find his feet in League One. And this guy is doing great stuff for us. So we go in at the break, 2 goals up against Derby County. And we know that they're going to come at us in the second half. McGoldrick from this left-hand side, over an hour played here. Knocked back, and then he's robbed of the ball, Deitch. He's going to come back to McGoldrick into Mendes Leng, and he finishes it. Deitch, basically, when that pass came into the box, he should have just hoofed it away. But he tried to take that touch, got his pocket picked, and then, yeah, in front of the 6-yard box. Cartwright's got no chance really there. And then once again, defensively not able to transition that ball into midfield. Derby coming back at us. Oduro on the overlap into the box. Cartwright makes the stop to deny them. Then from the resulting corner, they're going to come short. McGoldrick. Hawkins doing a good job marking him. Just basically pushed him off the ball. And that just forces him to put the shot over the crossbar. I think Cartwright had that covered anyway. And then into stoppage time, it's Max Bird down this right hand side. Well, chasing back, Max Bird with a chance, near post, but getting the ball, then it comes back out and they hit it over the crossbar. The final score 2-1. Aidy Boothroyd says, I will take another 3 points, and I'm happy with that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Alright, so it's the final match of January before the transfer window closes, and the cameras are trained on Luke Norris. 3 goals in the last 3 matches. He is in good form now, and we want to keep him there. If you take on Lincoln City at Sinsel Bank, hoping for another 3 points. We've got 2 wins out of 2. Let's make it 3. It's not going to be easy because they've got some really good players. Opening 20 minutes on Draco finds Tom Hopper. Hopper rides the challenge of Drysdale, sets up Davenport, who then spoons it over the crossbar. And let's be honest, he makes a complete hash of that, doesn't he? Gets completely under the ball, and he misses the chance to put Lincoln a goal up. And then they come back at us again, just after half an hour. Tom Hopper into Davenport. Davenport into Sanders. Sanders, and a low shot. Pushed wide by Chapman. Where would we be without this guy? This guy's been superb for us, hasn't he? They're like just hitting those little layoffs for the striker to take a touch.
That's good goalkeeping.
And then we have a chance of our own. 45 minutes. Nichols down the left. It's tough going, trying to create chances. Headed away. Comes out to Gotts. He's going to have a shot here. Get in the way. The first half for us was very difficult. That was pretty much the closest we got. We have to obviously make sure to create chances in the second half. And we go. So half time 0-0. Lincoln City back at us here. Sanders with the ball. He's going to play it in to Davenport. Davenport, he's going to knock this back. He actually gets a ball back to Sanders. Sanders into Mandrew, back to Tom Hopper, and he scores. I was talking in the first half about those little layoffs. They seem to sort of divert themselves into the box, and then you're expecting them to do that, you know, almost back facing to goal turn and shot, but they seem to be favoured towards laying the ball off for a shot and goal. We don't get the ball clear here on the stroke of the hour. Those are the kind of shots that you expect, where their backs to goal, they're not even looking at the goal, and they take a shot that's on target. We would actually get back into the game. Look at this interchange between Nichols, and then Nichols is going to play this into Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. Borthwick-Jackson down the left, crosses it in. Great save by the goalkeeper, but look who's there. Alex Gilby following in, and he makes it 1-1. We're not quite done yet, and we don't want to give up this good run of games just by lying down. Norris almost there on hand to score his 4th in as many games. And an almost immediate response on Draker down the right. He's going to get the beating of Borthwick Jackson. Cuts back inside. Sanders to Davenport. Mandrew. I actually blocked the shot there with James Wilding. And what was frustrating about this was that it was almost like we blocked it, but the defender just ran past the ball. I don't know why he didn't pick the ball up. He just ran past the ball and allowed Mandrew to turn and shoot. Really frustrating. We try and get back into the game. A few minutes to go. You can see we're trying to pile on the pressure here. And James Wilding goes sliding in. It was one of those ones where I thought they were going to pass it. One of those direct spam passes to try and counter-attack us. And so the slide was actually trying to block an attempted pass. I ended up taking the ankles of Tom Hopper. And the referee shows him the red card. Everything to do. Down a goal and down to 10 men. And yeah, not our afternoon. They come back at us again here with a few minutes left. We're into stoppage time. A shot by Muntsma, pushed away by Chapman, and then we get back to this attempted cross, I guess. But we lose this one 2-1. Didn't go our way this time, but we still got 6 points from a possible 9. Alright, we'll take a look at the EFL League One standings at the end of January. Cardiff are still top, despite losing their first game to Peterborough in second. Charlton, Wickham, Ipswich and Lincoln are all in the playoff spots. And Rotherham and Derby are still fighting to get in there. And plenty of football left to play. And we find ourselves 9th. If we can stay in 9th, I'd be happy with that. There's obviously still plenty of football left to play. Fleetwood, Bolton make up the top 10 and 11. Plymouth, Burton, MK Dons, Wigan and Forest Green in mid-table. And then down towards the bottom half, Oxford, Exeter, Shrewsbury and Stockport just outside those relegation places. Wimbledon having a miserable season right now, only 3 wins from 30 games. Port Vale and Accrington struggling, and Crewe Alexandra just in there. Now look at the League One leading scorers. Dion Charles leads the league at the minute with 19, followed by Matthew Stevens of Forest Green with 18, Robinson, Maria and Mandrew all with 16 goals. Right guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be back in 2 days on Sunday. And when we come back, we face Wigan Athletic, Exeter and Rotherham in the league. And of course, we have an exciting match against Crewe Alexandra in the Papa John's Trophy quarter-final. So please join me. If you're enjoying this episode, if you enjoyed this series so far, please consider subscribing and of course, check the playlist. I'll see you guys on Sunday. This is our lad for Set Play Gaming.